What up? Back with more of this fucking shitty game. Episode 4 now, so... You know what up? I'm gonna... What's this guy's name? Middleton. Fuck.
Milton Finch in The
Milton.
Magic Paintbrush.
RPG. I do go somewhere, huh?
I was 4 when Milton disappeared. Mom spent months searching for my brother. Then she sealed the doors.
Shit.
Whatever Milton had found in the house, Mom didn't want it getting out.
Really? Man, this game fucking weird, dude. I should put audio. Let me just walk my ass around the other way, motherfucker.
Mom definitely blamed Edie, but I think Lewis blamed himself. After he graduated, he just spent more and more time in his room. Until Mom got him a job at the cannery.
Hey, oh shit. Let's suck up this bitch. It's going, I guess. Hey, my guy's blazing in here.
Lewis's room smelled very, very familiar. That part of him lived on.
Let me hit it. Hey, my man's smoking weed in this bitch. Playing video games. Gee, shit, he's got beers. What's it now? Don Finch.
Dear Mrs. Finch, as Lewis's psychiatrist, I can understand your desire for an explanation. As I see it, the trouble began in January, shortly after we convinced your son to seek treatment for substance abuse.
My spare time.
Newly sober, I believe Lewis first noticed the monotony of his daily life.
Fuck.
He kept working at the cannery, but he withdrew part of himself. In our sessions, I saw the same behavior. His mind began to...
Grab this shit, bro. His mind began to what, boy?
wander.
Oh. Bro, we're playing WoW.
I asked him to describe it. He said he started small, imagining a labyrinth. He'd feel his way about. Then something moved. Bats. And toads. And things that have not names. He knew it was all in his head.
pretty dope.
But he took it very seriously. I had hoped he'd find himself. But he found something more.
You fine, B. Oh, we 3D,
I worried about him then. Daydreaming at the cannery. I spoke with his boss.
Watch me chop my hands.
But he said Lewis had become a model employee. Methodical, tireless, focused. Like a whole new Lewis. So I let him go on.
Let me guess, the hand gets chopped.
I even encouraged him.
Oh, it's getting bigger and bigger, isn't it?
It seemed very promising at first. He told me he'd made a new friend.
Pet the dog? You cannot fucking pet the dog.
On the edge of a city he named Lewis Tokyo.
It's gonna get bigger now.
He built the city up slowly, brick by brick. Then he made musicians. And songs for them to play. He talked about starting a band.
Boys, chase me.
And he was always humming something. Every day his imagination grew stronger. He no longer spoke at the cannery. But his chopping was as reliable as ever. Then one day it struck him that all the cheering crowds, even the stones under his feet, were all in his imagination. So he could do whatever he wished. He held an election for mayor. And he won. They begged him to stay, but his mind was already wandering. It became a game for him.
Bet.
He'd conquer a city, then immediately push on. New Louisville.
Yo, this is so good.
St. Louis.
St. Louis, New Louis.
He started drifting away from our reality.
Yeah, I mean, look how big the fucking thing's getting.
Minneapolis. Until one day he forgot to go home from the cannery.
Oh, that's true.
Even as his mother pleaded with him, part of Lewis kept sailing on.
You want from me, babe? Let me play my games, Mom.
He heard rumors of her.
I mean, I'm a
handsome queen.
Queen sort of a person, you know what I'm saying? What is this, like ADD? Oh, no,
the queen was on her own quest for...
I mean, I went that way last time. This way.
Sinister serpents.
Sinister. Ah!
He followed the sound of her
Silver harp.
Silver harp.
What up, G?
His chase led him to a golden palace east of the sun and west of the moon. Even then, his logic remained sound. He knew the world was all in his imagination. But he was so proud of having created it. In his own eyes, he'd become something greater than a king.
Not bad, boy, not bad.
For someone who'd never known success in the real world, I think it was overwhelming. And then it struck him that the real Lewis was not the one chopping salmon, but the one climbing the steps of a golden palace.
Shit. Thank you.
My imagination is as real as my body, he told me. It was hard to argue with him.
Yeah, oh shit, I got a fisherman. Ah. What bloody energy. Wait, what? I got the fucking...
He began to forget the world we know.
What I'm wearing, don't see.
I think it pained him to remember Lewis, the cannery worker.
What's up with Lewis? I better say relatable and push him off. Nah, gee, surely
He
not.
began to despise the man with a royal contempt.
Hi. Oh shit, wait, is that me?
Even after he said he was being crowned king over all the lands of wonder.
Sorry about that, my mother decided to
The palace would be packed with his companions.
Strange world. G'day. Legend.
Including the wise Calico who'd insisted on advising him. His queen waited, holding his crown. There was only one thing left to do.
It's gonna happen. I just know it's gonna happen.
Bend down his head.
Yeah. Alright. Here we go. And
The rest I think you know. Mrs. Finch, your son was a kind man who will be missed by all of us who knew him.
damn, boy.
My brother was really cool. I wish you could have met him.
Seems like a legend. So it's just Dawn and Eden. Man smokes a lot of pot. Plays a lot of vid games. It's Vic Royce. Should stop.
Lewis and I spent a lot of time playing games together, but he was surprisingly bad at them. He died a lot.
Aww. Bit of fridge. Why'd I come here when I'm pregnant? Come on, boy. And drive the boat.
Everyone always told me to stay out of Lewis's room. Except Lewis.
Oh, shit. I can make that. Guess not. I guess I gotta go out the window. Or the window. And most certainly go out the window. Wait, is there a door to my left? Well, excuse me, I must be very stupid.
On the way back from Lewis's funeral, my mom told me to start packing. She waited until the day before we left to tell Edie.
Tell Edie what?
I'm not sure if she wanted to make it easier or harder.
Yo, who's in here, boy?
I wish we'd stayed.
Yeah.
But I understand why we left.
Yeah.
My mom ended up leaving everything behind.
Shit.
What happened that night had been coming for a long time. Maybe it should have come sooner.
What happened? Looks like whatever it is right up here. Summer.
PlayStation.